Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Life of Chuck. Don't know much about it, honestly. It's on my list. It's 7.5 on IMDb, 7.3 on IMDb. 319 people rated it so far, so I'm really late to this party. Obviously, Tom Hiddleston. I always thought it was Tom Middleton. But no, it's Tom Hiddleston. Wow. I really feel like that's a Mandela effect. I don't know. But anyway, he stars in it, who, we know, Avenger stuff. Chiwetel Ejiofor. I can never say his name right. Maybe I did. I don't know. He's in it. You recognize him, as well as Karen Gillan is also in it. And is Sara from, she looks like the girl from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't know. And Mark Hamill is also in it. Luke Skywalker. Oh. Anyway, drama, fantasy, sci-fi, a life-affirming, genre-bending story about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz. So, I don't know. I'm excited. An hour and 51 minutes long, I think, something like that. Let's get into it. Find out what it's about. Give you a better idea. And at least let you know what I think. So stick around. I'll be back.
Hey everybody, told you I'd be back. I'm here. Here I am. We're at the credits of The Life of Chuck. And it was good. It outsmarted me. Not that that's hard to do. But it is, I don't know. I had to figure it out. That's not going to let you know. So it's not one of those, at least I don't think so. It's one of those that you could just, fold laundry and watch kind of thing, right? You've got to pay attention and know what's going on. And then when it comes to the end, you got to figure out what they did. Right? I think. I'm probably more obvious to everybody else. It wasn't for me. So let me do the best I can without spoiling anything. Neon is a Neon film, which is nice. And it's based on a Stephen King, I believe, novel. Stephen King has something to do with this that I found out. But what it is essentially we start with really cool, I think, concept, whatever. It is like the world is ending. Matthew Lillard is in this movie. I had no idea. But that's how it starts, right? It's just over a 14-month period. Now you're only in the day of when this is all going down, but over the last 14 months, all these things happen that make it seem as though the world is going to end. Things are going on. And then there's this advertisement for this Chuck character, and you know what I mean? So it's really odd. Okay? And then it jumps to this Chuck character as an adult, right? And that's important because I'll get to the next one is him as a kid, right? But him as an adult, really very small. It's like Act 1, Act 2. The second act is him dancing to a drum beat, essentially, And then, which is a really small part. I mean, it's a long played part, but it's short in content, if you will. Then it goes to Chuck as a kid, right? And what it was like growing up. So it's in reverse chronological order. You have a couple of those actors that I meant throughout the entire movie. The beginning, Chiwetel Ejiofor, right? And Karen Gillan, throughout. Sara, who is the one from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, she's later in the film. Anyway, so it's all piecing this together. And honestly, I didn't get it at all. I had no idea what was going on. And and then Mark Hamill is his grandfather. But it's hard. It was hard for me to figure out what was going down. I got it, right? Yes, I did do a Google search to see. Don't do that. If you haven't seen this, don't do that, right? Wait until the end and then be like, what was the life of Chuck about? And then, I get it now. So, to make it without trying to spoil anything, I mean, it's about mortality, right? Somebody's, their life, what it means. We all have certain time on this earth and what you choose to do with it. And for across and you think about it, like everything around me is my universe, if you will, right? You know, think about it that way. Like everything does revolve about me essentially, and it's all in my mind. So, you know, so it's about relationships and stuff like that. So it is, you know, like his life was so mundane, as they show this, but significant in a sense, right? Just like, I don't know, really makes you reflect. I kind of think it's the best way to put it. So it's a thought-provoking film, and it's simple, except for, you know, me not getting it. But I mean, like, there's not like big action sequences or just, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's very simple, you know, when you look back on it. And I don't know how to explain it more, but so with all that said, I'm going to jump into a little bit of spoilers. Check it out. If you haven't seen it, you don't know what it's about, go watch it. And if you have seen it and you want to talk or hear a little bit more openly, I want to share, right? So, because maybe you didn't get it either. Now I can explain it. But right, so the world's ending and they're showing these advertisements. And I was like, this is cheesy. I don't get it. It's weird. Felt like a little bit like the Truman Show. Well, you come through, you go all the way back, and you come to the realization that the world ending was his world, his universe, his lights going out. You know, so everybody that was involved in it, that's the world ending. You know, the stars go away, the characters that he touched, the people that he knew, all die with his world ending. And I'm like, okay. And you go back and see how he built this world that he lives in. You know, not that it's just a normal everyday life. I mean, there's tragedy, there's sadness, there's happy, there's fun, there's, you know, all kinds of emotions throughout his life, but it's just a regular kind of life. He's not, in the eyes of the probably society or whatever, he's not like a big figure, like, but in the beginning he is, because he's the own main character, right? So so it really hits on a lot of different levels when you think about that, and really, you know, whew. So I did enjoy it. Hopefully you'll check it out. It's worth a watch. I'm just looking to make sure my microphone's working. Hopefully it is. I don't know. We'll see. But that's all I got. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.